and good evening everyone. Welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis. So today, as we have posted about the demo class, especially for research career, most of you might have completed your masters, and some of you are pursuing your masters in chemistry, and most of you might be having an idea about CSIR also. What is CSIR, or what is SET, what is JRF, what is SRF. But today in this demo lecture, I'll be giving you an idea about what is CSIR, how many research institutes are there, about 38 research institutes of CSIR, how many IITs are there, how many IISERs, NITs, central universities, state universities, and once you qualify your JRF, where can you join your PhD, what will be the stipends, all these things we'll be seeing now. Well, before giving the demo class, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Shashikanth. I am the Senior Inorganic Faculty at Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis. I have completed 20 years of experience in the CSIR field. This is my 21st year of experience. I will be taking the inorganic chemistry topics as well as the spectroscopy topics related to inorganic chemistry. So before going into this, let us look at the logo of CSIR. This is the logo of CSIR, where it says the innovative engine of India. Most of the research scholars will be preferring, their first preference choice will be CSIR. Some of them will be going towards IITs, some of them will be going towards NITs, central universities, but the highest number of preferences will be given for CSIR. So how many research institutes of CSIR are there? Let us check. We have altogether 38 CSIR laboratories. So what are these 38 CSIR laboratories? Just a list of them, starting from AMPRI. We also have IICT, CMAP, all the 38 research institutes of CSIR. Let me give a glance of these institutes, just a few institutes. So this is the AMPRI. CBRI, mostly inorganic chemistry students, physical chemistry students, and also a few organic chemistry students will be joining CBRI, where it will be related to Building Research Institute. Building materials, polymers, all related things will be done at CBRI. This is at Hyderabad, Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, where I have pursued my PhD in 2006. Central Drug Research Institute. Every CSIR institute will be having a particular logo, and you can directly go to their website. Yeah. Coming to the most important part. Suppose if I complete my CSIR, if I qualify my CSIR, and if I join a research institute, how much stipend will the government provide? It is not just you are completing your PhD, you are not just doing 5 years of research, but you will be getting a stipend from the CSIR fellowship. And how much fellowship will you get? Altogether it will be of 5 years. 2 years will be JRF, 3 years will be SRF. JRF is Junior Research Fellow and SRF is a Senior Research Fellow. For Junior Research Fellow, the stipend presently is 37,000 per month, and plus HRA will be given. HRA, it will be anywhere around 15% to 30% depending on the location. Suppose if it is in a city like Hyderabad, they will be given about 30% HRA. So 30% is nearly about 9,000 plus 37,000. So it will be anywhere around 46,000 for JRF, approximately around 54,000 for SRF, and this will be given up till 5 years. So 2 years for JRF and 3 years for SRF. Along with this, there will be a contingent amount, 20,000 per annum. So maybe I want to buy some additional chemicals for the chemicals purpose, or maybe I want to buy a calculator, I want to buy some books, I want to buy some research related books. For all those things, this 20,000 rupees per annum will be allocated, and it will be continued for the 5 years. All the 5 years they will be getting 20,000 per month. Well, this is for CSIR qualification. For the CSIR, the top rankers will be given a fellowship called as Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Fellowship, which we call them as SPM fellowships. And you can look at the difference. 37,000 was for JRF, for the regular CSIR fellowship, whereas for SPM fellowship, the JRF amount will be 43,000 and SRF amount will be 50,000 plus HRA. So HRA will be, say, if I count 30%, so anywhere you will be getting 65,000 for SRF. And the most important part is contingent amount is 70,000 per annum. It is not 20,000 for a regular JRF. You will be getting 70,000 per annum, which you can utilize for your chemicals or any stationery that you want to buy. It is totally your amount. Well, how much percentage should I get at master's level? Because I want to qualify, I want to write my JRF, I want to write CSIR exam, then how much percentage should I get? There is a fixed percentage. Suppose for an unreserved student, the PG percentage should be 55%. Below 55%, they are not eligible to write the CSIR exam. So please be aware of this. And for the reserved students, it will be about 50%. 5% relaxation has been provided for them. What is the upper age limit? How many attempts can I make? Maybe if I am doing my masters, so I will be completing my masters mostly at an age of 22 years. And from the second year itself, I can start writing the CSIR exam. How many attempts can I make? I can make those many number of attempts until I reach 30 years of age for unreserved category. For reserved category, 5 more years will be added. So 35 years, up till 35 years, I can be writing the examination. And once I qualify the exam, the validity will be only 1 year. So you'll be having only 1 year validity, not more than 1 year. Before that 1 year, you have to join some research institute. Maybe there will be a doubt for some students. Suppose if they are pursuing 4th semester, and can I write CSIR or not? Yes, you can write CSIR. Result awaited will be there. And before that 1 year period, you have to pass your MSc. You have to pass your MSc, then you can easily join. Absolutely no problem for it. Coming to the CSIR. Yeah, CSIR question paper pattern. Some of you are not aware of the pattern. Here I am giving you the pattern of CSIR. We will be having altogether 3 parts. Part A, Part B and Part C. Most of the chemistry students will be concentrating on Part B and Part C because Part A is altogether generalized topic. Generalized topics means you can have mathematics in it, general science, physics, everything will be included. Some logics. In one of the exams they have asked a Sudoku. Yes, they have given a Sudoku and they have given how to solve it. What will be the option? So anything can be asked in Part A. So most of the chemistry students will not be going for Part A. Very few questions, 5 to 10 questions they will be attempting of Part A. The more concentrated part for chemistry students will be like Part B and Part C. How many questions will be there? What are the total marks? Everything has been given here. The total number of questions for Part B will be 40. And how many to be attempted is 35. In Part B, each question will carry 2 marks. And let it be Part A, Part B or Part C. You will be having 1/4 negative mark. 1/4 negative mark means, suppose if I am writing 35 questions here, 2 marks. So 0.5 mark will be negative mark for it. Let it be Part A or Part B. For Part C, altogether 60 questions will be given, where you have to choose only 25 questions. So here the options are very high. And this is the most important part for any research aspirant. Any research aspirant means whoever is writing the exam. Part C is the most important area because options are very high. 60 number of questions are given. You have to attempt only 25. So maybe you are an organic chemistry student. For organic chemistry student, out of 60, at least 20 will be from organic background. So at least 2 specializations if you can prepare. Any student should not prepare only 1 specialization. Minimum is 2, maximum is 3 because this is for safety. In the beginning, I have given you what are the stipends, what are the research aspects. So even stipend point of view, once you qualify JRF, it is not like a small salary. 40 to 50,000 stipend you will be getting monthly for 5 years. So this is that important area to be concentrated. And how many marks are allotted for it? 4 marks. For each question 4 marks. So it will be like 100 marks you are getting only from part C. If you can get 100 marks, you will definitely qualify NET. Maybe 100, 110, you will definitely qualify JRF also for unreserved, 110 above. Maybe if you are reserved, sometimes 50 to 60 marks, they have also given JRF. So nearly 120 marks, say for unreserved. For reserved, say for ST category or so, even for 60 marks, they can qualify JRF. 60 marks means, maybe in this, if I can write at least 15 4 60, all are correct, then you can easily qualify. That is the importance of part C. So altogether it is for 200 marks. This is about the question paper pattern. It is completely online. We call it as CBT, computer based test. Once you go to the online center, they will be giving few instructions. You have to just follow the instructions, how to write the exam, where to click. There will be a palette given. In that palette, whatever question that you want to go, directly you can go to that question. Maybe say out of 50 questions, I want to visit directly 35th question. You can directly click the 35th question. You can just go through. And if you are trying to attempt the question, attempt it, you have to save it. Suppose if you are not saving it, you are again going to another question, your option will not be chosen. So you have to save it and then you have to go for the next question. So any question of your choice, directly you can go. Right from say first question to 50th question. You may directly go to 10th or 20 or 30. It is your choice. But sequentially if you go, it will be much better. How many exam centers are there? This is for just your information. Altogether in India, we have 226 main centers. Main centers means, just I am giving an example. Hyderabad is a center. Hyderabad is one center out of 226. How many colleges are there? That depends on the number of students who have appearing. Suppose if there are more number of students, they may give about 5 to 10 centers. Less number of students, maybe 3 or 4 centers. But Hyderabad is one center. Or Pune is like one center. Delhi is one center. So such centers altogether we have 226 for CSIR exam. I have completed my CSIR. I qualified my CSIR. I have completed my PhD. I want to pursue further. Then what are the aspects? One aspect is we have research associate, and this research associate is for selected applicants only. You have to apply for it and then you will be selected for it. How much will be the fellowship tenure? In the beginning it will be only for first year, 1 year. And later on it can be extended to 2 more years. So to the maximum of 3 years, you can become a research associate once you complete your CSIR. Because this is not just a class where you should know about CSIR only. But after CSIR, once you complete your PhD, what are the various fields that you can enter? That also you should be knowing. So here I am just providing that information. Suppose if you want to become a research associate, 1 to 3 years will be the tenure. Age limit, again it will be like 35 years, the upper age limit, plus 5 years extendable, depending on the reservation. Stipends, here they have given consolidated stipends. Consolidated means for first year one stipend, second year other stipend, no. It is like consolidated. Either you will be getting 58,000 for all the 3 years. Or you may get 61 or you may get 67,000 all the 3 years. 1 year or 3 years. If you get 67 in the first year, when for 3 years you will get 67,000 only. It is fixed. It is not like JRF and SRF, it will be increasing. This plus HRA. HRA, suppose if it is 30%, so you can count 67, 77, around 85,000 you will be getting as a research associate. This depends on the interview also. If you are doing very well at interview, all your research papers are very good. At JRF level, if you are doing very good research, then you will not be selected under the first category. You can be selected under the second or the third category. So the stipend is fixed based on your research career. If your research career is good, you will be getting a good stipend as a research associate. Along with this, we have PDFs. For PDFs, where should I go? That is my question. I have completed my PhD. I have submitted my PhD. After your submission, what should I do? Then there are different ways. There will be some bridge fellowships will be there. Bridge fellowships means before you get a PhD award, once you have submitted your PhD, depending upon the university, it will take about 3 months of time to even 1 year of time. Some universities will award just within 3 months. There are some universities which will take at least 1 year. So all this 1 year, what should I do? Then there are some bridging fellowships, Kotari fellowships, different bridge fellowships are there. That is one. Second one, you can apply for any postdoctoral fellowship. You can go out. You can just go out to any country, South Korea or US or Europe or any country you can go. Thousands of universities are there. You can apply for a postdoctoral fellowship. There also you can do your postdoctoral research. And how many years can you do? That depends on your work. Generally they will take for 1 year. In the beginning they will be taking for 1 year. If your work is good, if you are able to produce a very good research work, then they will be extending every 1 year. So there are plenty of research scholars, our senior students, who are still working as research associates outside universities. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they will be continuing. Some of them will be continuing as 10 years and they will become like a assistant professor and associate professor also in the same university. They will be also taking up teaching field. The stipends will be starting anywhere between $2,000. It can reach up to $5,000 to $6,000 also if you complete your JRF. Suppose I have completed my PhD from say IICT, or maybe I have completed my PhD from CDRI. I have done a very good research work. I got say about 10 research articles. And all the research articles have been selected in a very good journals. The impact factor of the journals is very, very high. Just suppose that the impact factor is very high. Then I can avail a fellowship where I can get even $5,000 to $6,000 per month. So you can simply calculate it will be anywhere around 5 lakhs per month. And that will continue for 1 year and then extensions will be there. That depends. They will be giving you accommodation also. There are some universities which will provide free accommodation for the research fellow. So you don't have to pay the rent also. The stipend will be very, very high. Or the least stipend that you can get is about $2,000. $2,000 is also a good amount, where suppose if you are putting maybe around 1 lakh as your expenses in some other countries. So at least you can save 1 lakh. That is outside. But even we have some fellowships called as Nehru Postdoctoral Research Fellowships. You can check how many fellowships will be there. It is limited. Only 100 fellowships will be provided. And for this 100 fellowships, the age limit is 32 years, again extendable to 5 more years. So up till 37 years for reserved students, you can avail it. It is mostly for 2 years. It can be extended for 1 more year. In the beginning, research associate 1 year plus 2 more years. This is 2 years plus 1 more year. And what will be the stipend? 80,000 plus HRA. Anywhere around 1 lakh you will be getting. So if I choose a state or if I choose a country like South Korea or some other countries in America, I may get a stipend of say 2,000 USD. I can save anywhere around 1 lakh to 1 lakh 20,000. Here also when I pursue my postdoctoral fellowship, here also I am getting 1 lakh rupees per month. Then which one should I go for? There is a difference when you apply for assistant professor interviews in the central universities or state universities. Suppose if you are going as a assistant professor, suppose you are being selected, then in the selection process, there are a few instructions given for them. One instruction is, suppose if 2 candidates come, 2 of them have completed their postdoctoral fellowships. The first one they prefer is the one who has completed their postdoctoral in the foreign university. So that is an advantage for a student who has completed their postdoctoral in a foreign university. The next preference comes for the Indian universities. So postdoctoral fellowship is always important for assistant professor interviews in the future. Whatever assistant professor interviews you will be going. Contingent amount 3 lakhs will be given. For a regular JRF it was 20,000 per annum. For Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Fellowship SPM it is 70,000 per annum. But in this case it is very, very high. You will be getting 3 lakhs and you can get it all together for 3 years. That itself will be like 9 lakh for your research. Then we have Inspire. You might have heard about a few students. Maybe they could not qualify JRF, but still they have completed that PhD with a good amount of stipend. Yeah, they will be getting the stipend also. How are they getting selected? Then they have to apply. Suppose if I am a student of a university, a local university, I am the top ranker, I am the first ranker, or I am the gold medalist, then I can apply for Inspire Fellowship. Or if my PG percentage crosses 70%, 70% or above, top rankers, all those can apply for Inspire Fellowship. Then they will be selecting, based on the criteria, they will be selecting to whom the stipend has to be given and which candidates are selected. Those candidates can pursue their PhD, they can become JRF, they will become SRF with the same, almost same stipend. From all the research institutes of CSIR or IITs, wherever you want to join, you can join. So here I have given it 70% and the toppers, especially the gold medalist. Well, in the beginning I have shown the CSIR research laboratories. 38 research laboratories are there for CSIR. I want to join in CSIR. That is one option. But if I qualify my JRF, I can also join IITs, Indian Institute of Technologies. How many IITs are there altogether? We started maybe from 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly it has increased and now the number has reached up to 23. There is an IIT at Hyderabad also right now. But which is the first IIT or the oldest IIT? Here you can see this is IIT Kharagpur. This is the oldest IIT that we have. The quality of research at IITs is not very different when you compare it with CSIR laboratories. But IIT is like completely academic background. It is like academic background plus research is going on. CSIR is not like purely academic, it is like purely research. It is based on completely research. So whether you complete your PhD from IIT or whether you complete your PhD from CSIR laboratory, that doesn't make much difference. You will be getting the same amount of stipend given by the CSIR. This is the IIT of Hyderabad. Tirupati IIT. Well, I have completed my JRF. I wanted to join some CSIR laboratories. That is my first preference. Or IITs. That is my another preference. If I am not getting in IITs, if I am not getting in any CSIR laboratories, are there any other choices? Yes, definitely we have other choices. We have NITs, we have IISERs, we also have central universities. Central universities also quality research is going on. And how many central universities are there? Altogether we have 56 central universities. One such central university, it is located in Hyderabad, where quality research goes on. We call it as University of Hyderabad or Central University. Pondicherry Central University is also one of the famous central universities. Department of Chemistry. Apart from central universities, I want to pursue my PhD from NITs, National Institute of Technologies. Then we have about 32 NITs. So CSIR laboratories, you can pursue your JRF or your 5 years of research doctoral fellowship. Or from IITs you can do, central universities you can do. NITs also you can do. Just one or two glimpses of NITs. Previously they used to call them as regional engineering colleges, RECs. Slowly they have been converted into NITs. This is NIT Allahabad and one of Warangal, NIT Warangal. Here also you will get a quality research and you will be allowed to give some lectures for the students. So because all these are like academic background research institutions, not like CSIR, the IITs or let it be NITs, these are academic background. Academic background means where you will be getting a chance to teach the students. So whatever research that you are doing, that also you can explain to the students, teach other topics related to PG. Well, there is also another option. I don't want to pursue from CSIR, I don't want to pursue from IIT, Central University, nor from NIT. Then you have IISERs. How many IISERs are there? Approximately, not approximately, there are 7 IISERs. IISER Pune is one of the popular ones and IISER Tirupati is also there. This is of IISER Pune. And this is of IISER Tirupati. There is one more institute which is very, very prestigious. After IITs, we always have IISc. It is always like among top 10 in our country, Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore, or you call it as Bangalore. Very quality research will be going on at IISc. Even I have attended an interview for my JRF. When I qualified JRF, there used to be entrance for IISc. Now there is no separate entrance, but there used to be a separate entrance for IISc, which used to be just before CSIR. Usually CSIR, they used to conduct in the month of June and December. So in the month of April or May, you will be having IISc exam. You used to have, not now, you used to have IISc exam. So even I qualified for the interview at IISc. I have given an interview at IISc. A famous scientist, Jemis, he has done his research from IISc, Bangalore. But now you need not write a separate entrance for IISc. Whatever JRF that you qualify, with that JRF you can directly attend an interview. And if you are selected in that interview, you can pursue your PhD from IISc also. It is like almost equivalent, or some other scientist will group it as one of the topmost institutes of India, Indian Institute of Sciences. No, I don't want to pursue my PhD from IISER also. I don't want to go to NITs. Then finally you have one more option, state universities. I don't want to go to very big institutes. Maybe I have got a little fear, or whatever may be the reason. I don't want to go to other states. Then you have the final option of state universities. Nearly about 450 to 480 state universities are there, because there is not a particular number given, 450 plus universities. So anywhere around 489 was one of the numbers given. In these state universities also, you can pursue your PhD. Suppose if you have qualified your CSIR, you will be getting a stipend, maybe about 40 or 50,000 per month, you will be getting a stipend. If you don't qualify CSIR, directly you can join your PhD without fellowships. Fellowships will not be given. Without fellowships also, you can join them. But you have to write the university exam. Universities will be conducting their PhD entrance exams. If you can qualify those entrance exams, and suppose luckily if your guide is having some projects, if your guide has got some projects, then they can give you some amount as a stipend also. But even this is one of the options. So lastly, we have come to state universities, just a glimpse of Osmania University. And this is West Bengal State University, one of the popular state universities. Well, this is about the research career. Once I complete my JRF, I join some research institute. Where should I join? Always there are plenty of questions. For these questions, the answers that I've shown was, you have CSIR laboratories, 38 CSIR laboratories are there, or else you can go for IITs, or else you can go for NITs, central universities, IISERs, state universities. These many number of options are there. Stipend anywhere less, not less than 40,000 you will be getting, because it is like HRA included. So anywhere not lesser than 40 to 55,000 of stipend. For SPM it is still higher. And once you complete your 5 years of research, then you can go for your postdoctoral fellowships. Mostly foreign fellowships are preferred, or else Indian postdoctoral fellowships can also be pursued. Later you have some bridge fellowships like Kothari fellowships. Once you have completed your PhD, you have submitted your PhD, and after your submission, before you get an award, whatever time that is there, you should not waste it. So to utilize that time, there are bridge fellowships, maybe 6 months bridge fellowships will be there. That also you can avail. Okay. Well, coming about our institute. So you might be knowing that we are in this field for the past 24 years. 24 years have been completed in this CSIR field. I myself, I have completed my 20 years of teaching. This is my 21st year of teaching. As I told you in the beginning, I'll be dealing completely with inorganic chemistry. The pattern that we'll be going in our coaching institute is, we'll be taking all the important topics right from the basics. Right from the basics in the sense, suppose if you go to organic chemistry, it will be beginning from general organic chemistry. All GOC will be taught. Because GOC anyway you will be learning at your plus 2 level, or at your BSc level, or at your PG level also you will be learning some basics. But again we have to touch all those basics so that it will be useful for your competitive examinations. So it will begin right from GOC, and then all the advanced topics will be taught. Right from GOC to basics to advanced topics. If it is say inorganic chemistry, even in the inorganic chemistry, I'll be taking right from the periodic table, chemical bonding, coordination chemistry, and then moving to the advanced level topics like metal clusters, organometallic chemistry, bioinorganic chemistry or symmetry, group theory, all these advanced level topics. Physical chemistry also the same. The basic topics or the basic introduction for the students will be given, because some of you will be from life science background. So for life science background students, physical chemistry might be little difficult. So basics will be given, how to solve the problems, all those classes will be given. Later on, we will be entering into the mainstream topics. You will be having a specialized faculty for organic. Director himself, Dr. Rajesh sir, will be teaching organic. Myself will be taking inorganic chemistry, and physical chemistry will be taken by the other faculty. So altogether you have 3 faculty. Coming to spectroscopy, inorganic related spectroscopy I will be taking. Organic related spectroscopy sir will be taking. So you will be covered with spectroscopy also along with your specializations. And this will be going up till the month of June. Suppose if you are able to complete by the end of May or up till the month of June, it will be continued. We will be completing the syllabus. The regular timings will be about 3 to 4 hours we will be taking in the beginning. But as the time proceeds, maybe some days or last batch that we have taken is about 8 hours per day, 7 to 8 hours per day for almost 4 months, so that we can cover the syllabus. Syllabus has to be covered, and the student should be knowing the concepts first of all, because CSIR is not like what do you call knowledge based questions. For CSIR or any research related or any other examinations, questions will be asked on 3 different areas. First one, it will be like knowledge based questions. Knowledge based question is, what is the atomic number of lithium? I don't have to understand all the topic, just I have to give the answer. That is like knowledge based. Such a question will not be asked, but just I am telling. That is called as knowledge based question. Second one will be understanding based question. Understanding based means, suppose if I ask you, what is the oxidation state of iron in oxyhemoglobin? Then it is like understanding part. Is it +2, is it +3, is it low spin, is it high spin? So all that I have to understand, only then I can answer. It is not like direct knowledge based question. Or the third part will be applicative. This is the highest part. Knowledge based, understanding based, and applicative question. At applicative question, they may give you a group theory question. Symmetry and group theory. They'll ask you how many A1 representations are there, or how many A2 representations will be there, or what are the irreducible representations. Then you should know the concept. From your understanding, you have to apply it by taking a standard reduction formula. Then you have to derive all the irreducible representations. So it is purely applicative. So if you don't have concepts, maybe if you are just studying knowledge based, because I have seen some students, they will be just buying a few books, and then through the books they will be learning it. Then understanding part will not come from it. It is directly like knowledge based question. Through that knowledge base, you are trying to apply it in the exam. But understanding part will be missing. So where do you get this understanding part? Then from institutions, you will be getting that understanding part. Once you are aware of all the understanding concepts, conceptual understanding is there with you, then whatever type of question that they ask, you can definitely answer them. Last year, sir, you might have seen in inorganic chemistry, some tricky questions have been asked. Questions sometimes will not be direct. Sometimes logical questions will be asked. Topic will be the same, but they will twist the question, because these will be generally framed from the IIT faculty most of the times. So there will be like tricky questions they will be asking, logical questions they will be asking, concept will be the same. Then you can attempt only from understanding part. Okay, so that is why we stress more on the concepts. You have to go through the concepts, and once the concepts are completed, some of the students were asking about the exams. Exams will also be conducted, not from the very first week, because in the beginning there will be like basics, periodic table or general organic chemistry. All these basics will be there in the first weeks. So once we complete prescribed number of classes, then the exams will be beginning. The exams will be in the organic chemistry, physical, and also in the inorganic chemistry. Some doubts again, how the exams are conducted. Then one way of conducting the exams is we have online portal for the examinations. So through that online portal, we will be conducting the exams. Once suppose if there is an exam, we will be giving you the date. On that day, you have to just log in. you will be given with some credentials. You have to just log in, and after logging in, you have to complete your examination. All the statistics will be coming in the examination portal itself. Statistics means how much percentage of marks you got, where do you stand, out of these many students, what is the rank. All the stats will be given from the examination portal itself. So that is how we will be conducting our examinations also. And all the important questions of these examinations, they will also be discussed in the regular classes, so that you will get some idea how to attempt such questions again if they are asked at CSIR level. Okay, so these are from our side. Plenty of ranks we have produced. Just a glimpse of these ranks. These were some of our previous students. You can go through the ranks in our website also. Right? So, if you have any questions from your side, just 1 or 2 questions which you want to clarify, maybe regarding JRF or research, where to pursue my research, you are welcome to ask. No questions? Okay. So with this introduction to your research career, how to plan your future, how to write projects, that information will also be given for the interested student. We cannot give all this information to each and every student. Some of the interested students, they will be asking how to write a project. Then we will be guiding them. This is how you have to write a project to a particular institution. Once you write a project, then you will be selected based upon the fellowships or the positions that are available at the related guide. That thing also we will be doing it. We will be helping you in that aspect also. Well, coming to the inorganic chemistry, just let me give an idea. What are the topics that we have in the inorganic chemistry? It begins from chemical periodicity, because without an introduction to chemical periodicity, we cannot enter into the other inorganic topics. One should have an idea about what are S block, P block, D block or F block elements. So we should have an idea about the trends. What are the trends of the alkalinity or the acidity, down the group, electropositivity or electronegativity, all those trends which are basic level, but just we have to brush it up so that it will be useful for the related topics. Then we have chemical bonding and BSCPR theory. That looks a very simple topic, chemical bonding and BSCPR theory. That looks a very simple topic, but definitely questions appear from this topic. Maybe they'll ask you IF7, what is the structure, or N3 minus, what is the structure. Very recently in Bengaluru, one of the exams have been conducted. They have asked N3 minus, what is the structure. So is it linear, is it trigonal planar, is it trigonal pyramidal? That we have to work with the help of BSCPR theory. Or there will be questions like, what is the bond order sequence of O2, O2 plus, O2 minus, or they may give you O2, 2 minus. Then you can solve it on the basis of molecular orbital theory. Sometimes they will relate this molecular orbital theory with term symbols. What is the molecular term symbol for oxygen, O2 plus, or what is the term symbol for O2 minus, or what is the term symbol for simple oxygen? Such questions can also be asked. So they will relate this topic with the term symbols, molecular term symbols. Then how to attempt those will depend upon the basics of your chemical bonding. If you are strong at chemical bonding, then that will become easy for you. Then we have acids and bases, main group elements. Our main concern will be on coordination chemistry. Coordination chemistry will be dealt in 2 different ways. One is like basic level, the another one is like advanced level. At basic level, we will be giving you IUPAC nomenclature. What are the guidelines to name a compound, whatever compound that I have given you, how to name it. What are the different theories that explain the bonding between the metal and the ligand, starting from Jorgensen theory, chain theory. We will proceed up to molecular orbital theory. In between we have valence bond theory, crystal field theory. So all that come under basics at basic level. Once we complete those basic level, then we will move to the advanced level. Advanced level means we have inorganic reaction mechanism related to transition metals, not organometallic reaction mechanism. Inorganic reaction mechanism related to transition metal complexes like substitution reactions or redox reactions or racemization reactions, Ray-Twist racemization. So different types of racemization reactions also include in the coordination chemistry at an advanced level. Related to your coordination chemistry, we have a spectroscopy called as UV visible or electronic spectroscopy. In that electronic spectroscopy, the basics of coordination chemistry will be helping you. Basics of coordination chemistry means magnetic properties or the electronic properties. All this will help you at that advanced level. Suppose they'll give you a complex hexa-aqua titanium 3+. How many peaks will appear in the UV visible spectroscopy? Or hexa-aqua nickel 2+. How many peaks will appear? Hexa-aqua copper 2+. How many peaks appears in the absorption spectroscopy? Then how do you answer? Is there any way to predict how many peaks appear? One way is Orgel diagrams, with the help of Orgel diagrams. So all those Orgel diagrams, term symbols, atomic term symbols, molecular term symbols, all those will be dealt under the advanced topic of coordination chemistry. So I divide it into basic level and advanced level. Basic level, all the basic theories, IUPAC nomenclature, CFT, MOT, all those things will cover. And at the advanced level, inorganic reaction mechanism and electronic spectroscopy related to coordination chemistry. F block elements, few magnetic and spectral properties we have to discuss, because every time a question appears, they'll ask you one particular F block element. They'll ask you what is the color of this, or how much is the magnetic momentum of a particular ion. M3+, mostly they'll be asking as M3+, because that is the most common oxidation state of F block elements. Inner transition metals. Then we have organometallic compounds, where we are also covering cages and clusters. So this is one of the most important topic where nearly 20 to 30 marks can be asked only from this topic, organometallic compounds up till cages and metal clusters. So this we have to study reaction mechanism. Whatever reaction mechanism that we have studied in the coordination chemistry will be different. Here whatever we are going to study will be different. So in the organometallic compounds, we will be studying like oxidative additions, reductive eliminations, beta hydride abstractions, or alkene insertions, carbonyl insertions, alkyl migrations. All those things we will be studying here. Catalytical cycles, which catalyst is involved, what is called as a pre-catalyst. All those things will be dealt under organometallic chemistry. And then clusters. Clusters, starting from the carbonyl clusters, we go up to halide clusters also. In the halide clusters, there will be like dinuclear, trinuclear, hexanuclear. So all those things will cover here, and that itself will fetch you about 20 to 30 marks. 20 to 30 marks can come only from this topic. So this will be a very important topic for you. Next important topic is in the analytical chemistry, we relate it a little bit to coordination chemistry, where we will be giving some important points. Say what is the complex, how do you analyze the given complex. Suppose if there is a complex called as the, I've given you nickel ion. How will you analyze nickel ion? Have you done it at your MSc level? Nickel. So how do you analyze nickel? For analysis of nickel, you have two methods. One is complexometry. Another one is like gravimetry. In gravimetry, what is the reagent used? All that come under analytical. So that will be covered in coordination chemistry. If I can use dimethyl glyoxymeto, then I can precipitate a pink to reddish colored complex. That will analyze the presence of nickel. Or how do I analyze aluminium? How do I analyze zinc? So all those things will be dealt under coordination chemistry itself. Then the most important topic, bioinorganic chemistry. Bioinorganic chemistry, it looks very simple. But I'll tell you, you can just go through the previous 10 years or 15 years of CSR question papers. One time they have asked 16 marks from bioinorganic chemistry. You can imagine 16 marks. So if you are able to prepare bioinorganic chemistry only from one single unit, if you can get 16 marks, then how good it is. And every time they ask a question related to bioinorganic chemistry. Hardly you will find any paper where you don't find a question from bioinorganic. Definitely you will have a question from bioinorganic. Let it be GATE, let it be SET, let it be CSIR, whatever it is. Definitely there will be a question from bio and organic chemistry. It will be little easy for life science students, but for MPC students also we make it easier because it is only the chemistry that we have to study, not about the life science background. What is there in the life science that is not needed, only chemistry level is required. So that will be dealt under bio and organic chemistry. In bio and organic chemistry, generally I discuss in three different areas. One is oxygen binding proteins, where you get hemoglobin, myoglobin, hemocyanin, hemerythrin and so on. Later on, the redox proteins. Redox proteins means cupridoxine or ferredoxins and so on. And enzymes. Enzymes, different questions will be asked. Match the followings will be given. They'll give, suppose if they give urease or they may give you some other enzyme, they'll ask which metal is present in that particular enzyme. That is one question. Second question, what is the function of that enzyme? So those questions will appear from the enzymatic part. So generally three different headings. One is enzymes, second is like redox proteins, and third is like oxygen binding proteins. Along with this, we also have a topic of photosynthesis, where Z scheme will be asked. Nitrogen fixation related to nitrogenase, that again comes under enzymes. Then characterization of inorganic compounds by spectroscopy. So the spectroscopies that we will be dealing in the inorganic chemistry is, as I told you, UV visible or the electronic spectroscopy will be dealt. IR related directly will be dealt by the other faculty, IR spectroscopy. But IR spectroscopy related to carbonyls, again it will be dealt under inorganic chemistry. NMR related to inorganic compounds will be dealt in inorganic chemistry. Pure NMR will be dealt in organic. All the details will be getting from organic. But in the inorganic, you will be given some, say, PF5 or some other complex has been given PCl5. How many peaks will appear? So multinuclear NMR basics will be given. And good amount of examples will also be discussed. Just like fluorine NMR, phosphorus NMR, carbon NMR, proton NMR, all these examples will be dealt. That is under NMR. Later we will be discussing ESR or EPR spectroscopy also. Along with EPR spectroscopy, mass bar spectroscopy will also be dealt. Only from ESR or mass bar, sometimes you will be getting a questions. 2 questions will be asked. So 2 to 4 questions, they may go up to 10 marks or 12 marks also, only from these two small topics. ESR spectroscopy is one, mass bar spectroscopy is another one. So along with this spectroscopy, nuclear chemistry is also there. In physical chemistry, we have like term symbols, but as I told you, these term symbols will be discussed in the inorganic chemistry itself. Symmetry and group theory will also be discussed under inorganic chemistry, because symmetry is purely like an inorganic topic where we will be giving you plenty of molecules you have to work out. So related to symmetry, group theory is also related. So symmetry and group theory also I will be dealing. This is about the inorganic part. So these are the topics that we will be covering. Almost all topics of CSIR will be covered. But this must be done within the stipulated time before the exam is being conducted by June. So we need always your cooperation. More number of hours will be there. You have to cooperate for that. Okay? Any doubts up till this point, you can clarify. No doubts, or you don't want to ask? No doubts. Okay, then I'll stop here. Organic sir will be taking now, faculty. Dr. Rajesh, sir is director for the institute. So sir will be coming now and he will be giving you the guidelines for the organic chemistry now.